Hey everybody, there's an elephant in the room. I'm kidding. Thank you for your patience. I'm in such a good, relaxed state today as opposed to being rushed and frantic, and I'm so happy to be able to give you that energy. My name is Nicole Coleman. I'm an author, inspired speaker, international trainer / champion, but most important, I'm a HEYOKA empath. And what that means is that means quite a few things, but mostly what's important for you to know is that I read energies, which means for sure your issues, I would be able to see the underpinning that the shrinks and books don't see, because my insight comes directly from you to me back to you. So it's like it has your DNA on it. So for those that want insight into their issues, what they're going through, if their life has been unlucky and stagnating and just crap, and you just want to get that energy back, hit me up for a one-on-one on my site, NicoleColeman.com, and I hope I can fit you in somewhere on my calendar. But the more important thing that I think as part of our responsibility to society is that I read the energies of trends. And what that means, I can see the underpinnings of why things happen the way they do. In other words, you feel the result of them. You receive the result of the confusion and the mayhem and the chaos and all that kind of stuff, but you have no clue as to why it's happening. And so the first thing I want to tackle, there's a documentary that one of my clients told me to watch. And at first I wasn't even going to bother because I thought, why would I want to watch that energy? But now I understand that she wanted me to gain insight to give to you. And the documentary was about a movie called The Tinder Swindler. I'm sure a lot of you have heard about it, but basically it's about a guy on a dating app who swindles a lot of women for years. We were talking $250,000, $500,000. I don't even know where these women got hold of this money. They had to borrow, they had to take humongous bank loans, and he would tell them that he'll send pay stubs that they're working for his diamond mine company. And so they got credit like $500K, $250K, all these kind of things. And all these women fell for it. And when I saw the movie and I actually heard the person's voice, the man, and how he said what he said, I could read the energy very fucking clear. And it blew my mind that the ladies couldn't, which means a lot of you can't. And so I'm going to talk about how that could possibly happen, what things are happening in the world right now to hold that shit in place so it does happen, and how to make sure it would never happen to you. And if you're a guy, I would also tune in, just because this guy that was caught and spent maybe 5 months in jail is now doing the same thing, but as a business consultant. So I hope this will be helpful to you. So the first thing we need to understand is, I don't think a lot of you guys know what genuine love looks like, feels like, tastes like. I don't think you have a clue, and I'm talking to my ladies, of what it feels like to actually have a guy invested in you, what that feels like, what that looks like. It's not words. It's not words. Words and energy delivering the words are two different orbits. And so it's interesting and it's sad to me that, I actually did a little TikTok thing. I just wrote a letter to all my girls, and I was very emotional. I think I will be emotional here because it's difficult for you to even accept that sacrifice gets you nothing. It's like your confusion of sacrifice is so profound, it's so deeply buried in you that you can't even imagine love without sacrifice. You can't. Sacrifice is but an attack on you, causing you to betray yourself, which means there's a separation from yourself, making you believe you have to do something you don't really want to do. It's not love. And if you would just understand that and actually really, really accept it, you would never fear love at all. You would not fear love at all. In your mind, you're half expecting that you'll have to endure pain in a relationship. It's a given. It's almost like you're trapped, like in a ghost cage. And a lot of you are. You see, guilt can't survive when the idea of sacrifice is gone. And here's how sacrifice works. Someone must pay, and someone must get. And so the only question is, what's the price and for what? Being stuck in a masculine energy as a woman has your mind convincing you that the payment is not yours, because you're focused on the get, what you'll get. So it convinces you that you won't be the one paying. The payment is not yours. Once all of this dawns in your head, that love actually demands sacrifice and therefore cannot separate from attack, fear, and that guilt is the price of love, which is paid by fear, then you'll see love as nothing but a highly destructive force. And the only thought that will join that one is, well, who will be destroyed? You or the other person? As a woman, you need to understand. And I don't know, I wish I could just dive in your body and plant seeds so that it can be really rooted. You need to understand as a woman, you are the source love. You are love. You do not lose yourself in a man, or the light that you carry will be buried forever from yourself and for sure from the world. Do not invest in a man. If you bury your love in a guy, you will lose it. It won't be able to reproduce. It'll be locked inside him. And then you will be depleted more and more each time. You won't have access to it. Feminine energy is love. That's what it is. It's pure love. And that is your inherited birthright for this lifetime. Masculine energy is a giving energy. Feminine energy is receptive to the giving. It shares its love, light. It doesn't bury it. And so what happened with this swindler business, the first mistake, the dating apps, what do? They make you select and then swipe. That means that guy gets notified that a hot girl, an enormously smart, brilliant, amazing, genuine, giving, your bosom of giving is like fucking overspilleth. And you want him, is how it shows to him. You want him. He needs do nothing now. There's no curiosity. There's follow through. There's meet up, but he already knows. He already knows you want him. He already knows you're into him. You want him. You're imagining future with him. He has nothing to struggle in the dark with, nothing to initiate strategy on the details of your being, on how to craft a plan, a boat, something to bring you into his harbor, deeply into his harbor. He doesn't need to do any of that. You're already embedded in his harbor. You're like 2 steps away. And then at that point, you've already gone into your masculine energy. So masculine energy is a giving energy. And so then you meet up with him a few times, once or twice, and you sleep with him. So now you've given to him twice. And now he throws you words. I love you. I miss you. I see my future children, my future life with you. Words. And then all of a sudden there's drama. There's a catastrophe. He needs your help. Never fucking invest in helping a man monetarily or in a way that jeopardizes you. Because man's obstacle course, to earn the word man means he's self-made, means he's learned how to tackle his demons, he's learned how to confront the obstacles, he's learned how to deal with people. He's a man. That stands for something. He's a man. He knows how to take care of himself. Because as soon as you lend him money, as soon as you're there nursing him to health with his demons and his addictions, you've transformed into a mother energy, which is a giving energy. And at that point, what do mothers do? They're sacrificial. And so it doesn't matter if you have or you don't have. As these women were saying, well, I didn't want him to get hurt. He said he was going to die, or he didn't have money. What was I going to do? What you do is you go, bye-bye. You need to get your life like handled. I'm not here to be your mommy, and you're not 4 years old. If I am discontinuing myself from giving the whole world access to me, in considering that I'm going to be completely yours and dedicated my life to you, but I have to bail you out? Well, what am I doing? So think about all these kind of things. Think about, in your experiences, how did you get lured into it? Only one way. You pursued him, you poked at him, you swiped, you took the initial action, and then you probably fucked him fast. And then from there, other things went. And the other thing I also wanted to mention, and I'm going to do this in another one, and that's a whole thing, how guys even fall in love. Guys don't fall in love by what you give to him. They don't fall in love by what you give to them. A guy falls in love because of how he feels when he's around you. What do you think that means? That means no handmaidens here. Not to mention calluses on that one, carpal tunnel, but a high priestess. A woman who is very choosy, who knows that the person she's bringing into the light of her energy is going to be supernaturally infused. He's going to be enhanced. He's going to be woman, like woman. But a lot of you women don't have the wo anymore in you, that spark, that light, that beauty, where people are just mesmerized. It doesn't matter if you're in a sweat top. It doesn't matter how you are. You just glow. They just want to be a part of you. They're pulled in. That's feminine energy. So keep that in mind. Don't be swindled of your light. which is your love. Bye for now.